Couple of odd things. Welcome back to Streamline Crime UK. It's Marvin's second channel, which is still an offshoot of Streamline Entertainment, people. And what it is, I do want to talk about the Nicola bully diver Peter Faulding. Claims he found a body after 6 minutes as he hits back at criticism. Police felt some of Mr. Faulding's behaviour and activities caused challenges to a guest finds report. This is from basically a police sort of chief talking about the case. Let's have a listen to this. This is interesting.
There have been no such findings, and therefore this review is very much a learning review with a number of recommendations which, given the unprecedented nature of this case, are mainly for policing nationally.
So an expert diver has claimed he was without doubt found Nicola bully, and I do believe Peter's body within 6 minutes as he hit back at the review into the police handling of the missing mother's case that criticised his part in the search. An independent investigation found that Peter Faulding gave statements to the media that were found to be at odds with what happened to Miss Bully, and the police felt some of his activities caused challenges to the investigation. Mr. Faulding had led a private search of the River Wire in search for the mother of two, who was found on the 19th of February, about a mile from where she vanished while walking her dog, St. Michael's in Lancashire, 3 weeks earlier. I mean, don't forget, this is an article from November 23. So she was found, the body was found, should I say, Feb 23, 19th of February 23. So it goes on to say, an inquest concluded her death was accidental, that she fell into the river on the day she'd disappeared and died almost immediately in the cold water. But I remember it personally not being that deep, and quite a few people walking their dogs. Mr. Faulding of private underwater search and recovery company Specialist Group International PA Archive, that is. In a statement on Tuesday, Mr. Faulding said he and his company Specialist Group International SGI arrived in St. Michael's on Weir to assist with the search for Miss Bully on the 6th of Feb and found no sign of her in a section of the river. Then it goes on to say, however, the following day, police told Mr. Faulding's team scour what the diver called the hot zone, which was non-tidal area in front of the bench where Miss Bully's phone was found down to the weir. From experience, if Nicola had entered the water here, this is the area where she would most likely be found. Mr. Faulding said 6 minutes after beginning the search at 10:34 a.m. The diver said he spotted a significant target that appeared, from my experience, to take a human form, which was about 75 metres downstream from the bench. Not greatly very far either. Mr. Faulding said he called Lancashire Police search advisor to tell them of his findings in less than 20 minutes, sending an image of what he had seen and requesting that SGA divers be put into the waters immediately to check the area. However, he claimed that this request to dive was refused, alleging he was told Northwest Underwater Search Unit, NWUSU, would conduct the dive that afternoon instead. The NWUSU told the team the target was found to be nothing. He claimed that this baffling me deeply, as I'm not usually wrong. When I locate a target, especially body, that shows a clear signature, sonar shadows can be created by nothing. Interesting. He alleged his team discreetly rescanned the same area which showed the same target in the same location at 4:30 p.m. that day. So what was the police boat search doing? Mr. Faulding said, having worked closely with the police and police dive teams for many years, I had nothing but respect for them and instinctive trust in their ability and no reason to doubt their findings. Although I thought I had found a very credible target, I conceded that maybe I was wrong, and later that afternoon I made a statement to the media saying that there were no signs of Nicola and I did not think she was in the river. Mr. Faulding said a request to the Lancashire Police Service search advisor to rescan the same area of river was refused the following morning on the basis that the target area was clear. Very strange. He said, having thoroughly searched the parts of the river that we were tasked with and with no other targets found, I made the decision to leave the search. After leaving the scene, I had no further contact with Lancashire Constabulary, and usually they made no request for our search records or sonar data. Very strange. In preparation for the inquest, which he said was not invited to, he reviewed his sonar files and claimed it became clear upon enhancement of images that the target, which I located, was without doubt Nicola. He said, I in fact found Nicola at 10:34 a.m. on the 7th of February 2020 after just 6 minutes of searching. The enhanced sonar file taken at 4:30 p.m. on February 23rd clearly shows Nicola's body lying in a fetal position on her right side, legs bent. Although Miss Bulley's body was found at a different point in the river, Mr. Faulding said he believed that is because of decomposition gases inside her body built up enough to float her to the surface and subsequently down the river, over the weir and into the tidal section of the river, where eventually she was deposited in a final resting place. The independent review said the diver who searched the area of interest that Mr. Faulding had identified said that find was tree branches underwater and therefore clearly as negative. It added that NWP-USMU had previously searched the same area with negative results. It also said the review teams asked a leading government sonar specialist for the opinion, who concluded they had low confidence that the image were that of human casualty. The report added the find was sufficiently investigated by the search team and the time and was established to be a negative finding. This was additionally supported by expert opinion of the image from 2 independent scientists which were receiving during this review. Tuesday reports led by the College of Policing. Also, Mr. Faulding had informed that Bulley's family that he thought he had identified a body deposition site location or believed of location site of deceased body. A part of review, Lancashire Constabulary suggested this has caused unwanted distress and false alarm and resulted in the diversion of police resources to the family to remedy the situation. The report continues, it is the view of Lancashire Constabulary that Mr. Faulding had a significant impact on the investigations and public confidence through his activities and engagement with the media. The review teams consider that some of his actions create more challenging environment for the investigations team. His public statement often contradicted the investigations and operational flows, leading to the cohesion for the police and reducing the family's trust in the investigation and search operation. Mr. Faulding told the report authors that he was not advised or supported with the media guidance in Lancashire Constabulary, and he did not receive any instructions not to engage with the press. That was it, people. Very, very interesting stuff. I think Mr. Faulding definitely did his job, but I can understand why the police reacted in the way they did. They wanted to search it and said that there was nothing there, whereas Peter's experience goes a long way. That was odd. Really, really odd. Tell me what you think, people, about that, because like I said, I think there's something suspicious on the police side of things, to be honest with Ree. This is Comic Crime, and this was a assistant chief constable who basically died not long after the case, which is alarming. Let's get straight into this.
This guy, Assistant Chief Constable Peter Lawson, one of Lancashire Police's top police officers and someone who was highly involved in the Nicola Bulley disappearance. He actually died at age 50, unexpectedly at home. They say it may be down to a medical issue, but until some kind of autopsy performed, we won't know. What do I think about it? I mean, it's incredibly tragic and sad news, isn't it? He's only 50 years of age. Could it be suspicious? I don't know until we know a cause of death. We do know that Rebecca Smith, who was heading the Nicola Bulley inquiry, quite quickly retired early before the police's review could come back, the police college review could be completed. You know, there's so much about the Nicola Bulley case that seems so mad. Everything seems to be interconnected. Seems to be loads of conspiracy stuff. Like, I'm starting to believe a lot of it myself, because it's just, you just can't understand why nobody seems to want the truth for this mother. But I will keep you updated as we find out more. I'll just be waiting to hear more news really before I can kind of make any kind of judgment on it.
It was very bizarre. Very bizarre. In the chat, Jason said he was silenced. The case has been nothing but suspicious from the get-go. I thought that. Somebody said in another post that Nikki's vet was found murdered also. Most likely, he knew too much. That was my thought. What the hell is happening? This is a strange first, the retirement, and the vet that was killed, now him. I don't understand what the hell is going on with this. Have you heard of serious fire at the caravan park? Very suspicious, especially that people online have been saying for ages something will happen to him. The whole thing has been shady from the off. Hope justice prevails for Nicola. Very strange this is. I mean, we had a statement by Peter Faulding. He claimed to have found the body. The police said that they'll search themselves and that was nothing was there, and it was found some weeks later. Very, very odd. Very, very odd goings on there. I do believe there's more to this case. Will we ever know the truth? I'm not so sure, but it's still a case which is always going to be in discussion. And my heart goes out to Nicola Bulley, but someone else knows something. People have mentioned the caravan, that may have something to do with it. It may do, but we may know, get the answers, we may never know. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment, Streamline Crime UK. Thank you very much indeed, people.